10 times NBA players lost millions of fans. The NBA has star players who have fans all around the world. However, loyal fans frequently lose faith and love for their favorite player as a result of controversy or scandal. So what did Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and even Kobe Bryant do that made them lose millions of fans? Number 10. Draymond Green punch. When Draymond Green attacked teammate Jordan Poole during practice, the Warriors' attitude about the upcoming season changed right away. When a video of forward Draymond Green hitting teammate Jordan Poole in the face during a practice fight got out, fans of the Golden State Warriors took to social media to show how upset they were. "This goes way too far." A Reddit user commented, "I assumed it was an NBA fight, a lot of shoving and missed weak throws. A punch like that could potentially result in medical attention being sought." According to the Golden State of Mind, a Warriors fan blog, Draymond gave off "just an awful, bad, dreadful look" on Twitter. There's simply no other way to put it. It was horrifying. A Twitter hashtag called Justice for Poole quickly gained traction. Regardless of Draymond's public apology and extended absence from the club, the reaction of the fans has not changed. But it's still better than what Myers did. 9. Meyers Leonard being racist. Meyers Leonard's confession of using an anti-Semitic epithet during a video game live stream became a major controversy. The Jewish community thought his comments were disrespectful, and the NBA and his former team, the Miami Heat, gave him a lot of trouble. With the NBA fining Leonard $50,000 and the Miami Heat suspending him from team activities and practice for a week, Leonard was effectively banned from participating in any Heat-related events or using Heat facilities for an entire week. Additionally, he was heavily criticized in several online communities. Following this occurrence, a large number of video game companies that were associated with the player cut ties with him as well. Recently, the Heat sent him to the Oklahoma City Thunder in a trade, but the Thunder dismissed him after only a few days. 8. Jason Kidd's abusive case. In 2001, Kidd was arrested for suspicion of hitting his wife and pled guilty to spousal abuse. After pleading guilty to hitting his ex-wife, Kidd was sentenced to 6 months in an anger management program in 2001. Following this, in 2007, Kidd filed for divorce, citing severe cruelty and threats of false domestic violence accusations, as stated in the report. His ex-wife filed a counterclaim against him, also claiming abuse. At this moment, Kidd lost many of his fans. Even after 10 years, when Kidd was hired as the Mavericks head coach in 2021, the team's female fans took to social media to say they didn't like the choice given the team's troubled history. 7. Rajon Rondo fight. An altercation broke out between the two teams when reports surfaced that Los Angeles Lakers guard Rajon Rondo had spit on Houston Rockets star Chris Paul. After a foul on James Harden, Paul and Rondo got into a heated argument during which Paul wiped his face before shoving his finger into Rondo's face and neck. Then, Rondo landed a left punch on Paul, and players from both teams rushed to break up the fight, with Brandon Ingram taking a swing at Paul. The NBA viewed the footage and confirmed that Rondo had spit on Paul. Rajon Rondo was fined a total of $186,207 and suspended for 3 games. 6. Kobe Bryant's sexual assault case. Bryant was arrested in 2003 on charges of sexual assault against a 19-year-old resort worker in Colorado. He said that the two engaged in sexual activity with mutual consent. After the accuser asked for and received a public apology, prosecutors withdrew the felony sexual assault accusation. Bryant also paid the accuser an amount that was not made public to settle a legal dispute. Some of Bryant's endorsements, including McDonald's, fell off, but others, like Nike, remained loyal. He was able to put the accusations behind him and have a successful NBA career. However, the Me Too movement led to the revival of these claims. Some people questioned the Academy's judgment when he received an Oscar in March 2018 for the short animated film Dear Basketball. In addition, he was removed from the jury of an animated film festival in October 2018 after an internet petition was started to have him removed. Many people insist that we remember him for all of who he was, not just the good. 5. Rudy Gobert mocks COVID. March 2020, Rudy Gobert, a forward with the Jazz, attempted to poke fun at the nationwide panic over the coronavirus. During a press conference, Gobert stopped before leaving the room, rubbing his hands over multiple microphones to emphasize a point he had just made. As he walked out of the room, he laughed. When Gobert's diagnosis was first reported, it didn't take long for the news to spread. It was mandatory that any journalist who handled these mics be tested for the virus. When Gobert started showing symptoms, the NBA postponed the Jazz Thunder game. When the test came back positive, the league immediately suspended the season. Gobert finally spoke up about what had happened and how he was feeling. He revealed his feelings on Instagram. "I have gone through so many emotions since learning of my diagnosis, mostly dread, worry, and shame. It was too late though. People on social media were all over him, and he received hate from all over the world. But still, Charles Barkley tops him." 4. Charles Barkley's hate comment. Charles Barkley, the former NBA star and current Weight Watchers spokesman, also serves as an analyst on TNT's Inside the NBA. As the panel was discussing the impending game against the San Antonio Spurs, co-host Kenny Smith asked, "What kind of women are in San Antonio?" Barkley didn't want an inappropriate question to fall short of its potential, so he went on a fat-shaming rant. According to what he had to say, all those spry old ladies below, the Weight Watchers franchise might cash in big time on it. It's safe to say that Victoria is hidden. No Victoria's Secret for those ladies below. You won't see any tiny underwear in San Antonio, only big old bloomers. And on and on and on. The women of San Antonio, however, were not amused and quickly organized a campaign to have Barkley publicly apologize for his comments. But KJ's insensitive comment was much more than this. 3. Kevin Garnett alopecia comment. Charlie Villanueva posted statements on his Twitter account that seemed to suggest that Kevin Garnett may have taken the Boston Celtics' thrashing of the Detroit Pistons personally. Villanueva's Twitter, "KG called me a cancer patient. I'm upset because you know how many people have died from cancer and he's tossing it around like it's a joke," reads one of his tweets. In the NBA, Garnett is notorious for his trash talk, but it was a major oversight because Villanueva has alopecia universalis, a disorder that causes him to lose hair. According to Garnett, the event was a huge misunderstanding. A cancer patient's brave fight is something I could never be indifferent to. However, the public was not amused, and Garnett ended up losing a lot of followers as a result. 2. LeBron James leaves the Cavaliers. Fans in Cleveland were just as humiliated and heartbroken as the rest of the country when LeBron James abruptly left for the Miami Heat. For weeks, Clevelanders used every possible resource to keep James in town, making his ultimate rejection hurt even harder. At his tribute, they wrote songs and performed dances in shopping centers. Fans were waiting outside his meetings with suitor teams, clutching posters that read simply "Home." When it comes to the economy, LeBron's impact was tremendous. The city's Convention and Visitors Bureau estimates that each home game during the regular season brings in around $3.7 million from ticket sales, souvenir sales, catering, and hotel bookings. His former fans burned jerseys bearing his number 23 that he had once cherished. They smashed a 10-story billboard of James throwing his head back and raising his arm to the sky with rocks, and to this day, many NBA fans still hate him. But still, less than the player ranked first. Number 1. Kyrie Irving vaccination status. Irving was not allowed to participate in any home games for the Nets last year due to his refusal to get vaccinated. Similarly, he was only able to play away games if he had met the vaccination requirements of the host state. As Irving puts it, "I gave up 4 years, 100 and something million, decided to be unvaccinated, and that was the decision. More than 95% of NBA players are vaccinated. The Nets had decided to hold Irving out of all games until he was able to participate in everyone's, but changed their minds in December after a coronavirus outbreak left them shorthanded." Again, Irving offered no justification for his position. According to one story claiming those close to him, he has claimed that God would keep him and his people safe, and he doesn't mind the vaccine itself so much as the government forcing it upon people, and that he's worried about the long-term effects of the vaccine. This made him lose millions of fans around the world, and still, Irving is calling himself a martyr for not getting the vaccination. This ends the video for today. Is there someone we missed? Tell us in the comments. Like and subscribe to the channel to see more NBA news and videos. See you next time.